Dear viewers, welcome to another super edition of Interview with Stephen Arwin. On today's show, we're looking at how to make your relationship work. And my guest is Mr. Oluleye Nehemiah Toby. He is a pastor and a teacher with MAA, BAED, and NCE Nigerian certified. He is also American certified, Cambridge certified, and Microsoft certified. He is married to Helen Oluwakemi with two handsome boys. He joins me online from Abuja, Nigerian capital. Mr. Oluleye, welcome to Interview with Stephen. And it's so nice to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be with you at the moment.
All right, let's get started. On a general note, relationships go through a myriad of stages as they grow and progress. First, there are moments of puppy love when you can't get enough of each other. You feel excited and confident in the love nest you have created. Then suddenly, the euphoria start frizzling out and things go haywire. Why that? Why do people break up? Let's talk about the breakup first before we consider how to make your relationship work.
Okay, I will come to relationship. I must say is um it's a thing of the mind. Okay, uh, it goes beyond the physical. Okay, it goes beyond physical admiration. So it deals with the act and then the mind, and it also require you being focused. When we talk about relationship on a general note, everyone can relate. We we relate day to day, but on this premise, we are looking at relationship in terms of marriage, okay, in terms of couple coming together as husband and wife. A lot of broken relationship, a lot of adversary relationship, a lot of 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 unhappy relationship. Now, a lot of things must have gone wrong in the relationship. Okay, uh, it starts from misjudgment. Let me put it that way: mistrust, and then leading to misunderstanding, and leading to lack of this mutual um, faith that they once had in each other, and then when all that come to play, what such relationship will end up in shambles, and then there will always be breakup.
Okay, all right.
And that's why we have the issue of a lot of broken relationships, broken marriages, even broken courtship. Let me put it that way.
All right. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to request you to, draw practical experiences from your relationship. When you were courting. Now, as far as relationships are concerned, frictions are inevitable. You were in a relationship before you married, and how did you resolve conflict or misunderstanding anytime they erupted, or was yours crisis free?
Okay. Um, if the foundation of everything matter most, okay, and the Bible said if the foundation be destroyed, what will a righteous man do? Okay.
Hmm.
On that note, I always tell people the righteous man will run back to the builder, the owner of the foundation, and that is God.
Hmm.
So when there are issues in relationship, we run back to God. Now, having said that, anyway, practical, let me be more practical now. From my own personal experience and the relationship of my marriage thus far, when we started, when we started, when we started, now, it depends on the way you lay the foundation of your relationship. If you lay the foundation of your relationship on deception, on lies, on fake promises, then such relationship or marriage, even right from courtship, will not last long. I can remember, I can still picture when I proposed to my wife, and that day, after I proposed, and then I gave her time, okay, to say yes. Not just like she said yes immediately, like some people want yes immediately. Okay? A meaningful relationship, we must give it time. Time for it to build. It's like when you plant a seed, you give it time to germinate, time for the seed to grow up, to sprout up. So I give it time. For us as Christians, want to give it time to pray, not just like want to jump into something and then you want to actually seek the face of God. So I gave her time. And then eventually, when she said yes, when she gave me yes, the first thing we actually dealt with that day, after she said yes, I was happy, she was happy. The first thing we dealt with that particular day, not even the second day, not even the third day, was the issue of the fact that no secrecy anymore between us. Okay?
Okay.
And what we did that day was to reveal, unveil each other's past. Okay? If you have ever had boyfriend or girlfriend before, we let each other know. Okay? Okay, have you have boyfriend or whoever before? Have I had any before? And then that day is like now we are starting on a clean slate. Okay? So we let each other into our past. That's how we started as. And then, okay, I have this to tell you, you have this to tell me. And thank God we don't, because right from childhood, let me put it that way, we really encountered a lot early. So there wasn't so much dirty past like people will put it. So everything was not, even if there are any dirty past, everything was laid clean and laid bare. So right from that day, I know what our past look like. She knows what my past look like. And then we now started as if it's a new slate entirely. And with that, it was like we laid a new foundation, a new foundation. So that is how we started our own relationship.
Okay.
And for me, I have a lot of female friends, and on that day, I let her know, okay, this. They're like my friend, not like girlfriend really, maybe in the church. And so, on the basis of that fact, the relationship was on a clean slate, nothing hidden, no secrets.
Okay. All right. And let me put you on the spot. Let me put you on the spot as we narrow this conversation to godly or Christian relationship. Now, most Christian relationship don't see the light of the day because either the brother or the sister is not complying sexually. There is this set of Christians that think that there is nothing wrong with sleeping with someone with whom you are in a relationship, provided you are going to marry her. What do you make of that?
Okay, pardon, please, can you rephrase the question?
Okay, now
unable to
there's this set of Christians or group of Christians who think that there's nothing wrong with sleeping with someone with whom you are in a relationship, provided you are going to marry her. For example, okay, if I'm in a relationship and I sleep with a sister, or we are sleeping with each other, and there is that act cannot be described or labeled as being sinful, provided we are going to marry each other. Now, so what do you make of that? Do you think it's not as sinful as they think, or is sinful?
now actually sex before marriage is sinful. We must be able to call a spade a spade. And based on this note, a lot of people, the idea about sex is just something casual. They see it as something casual. It's for pleasure. So I can have it anytime. I can get it anytime, anyhow how I want it. And there have been a lot of people, yes, before marriage, they go into sex. But for me, I stand where the Bible stands. Because for marriage is a bed undefiled. The defilement must not come before marriage. Okay? So it should be after marriage. So when there is sex before marriage, in the name of we are going to marry each other, we are for each other, is sinful. And that is fornication. And fornication is a sin outrightly before God. If a single person, not married, doing it with a married man or a married woman, for the person that is married, that is adultery. But for the person that is not married, that's fornication. So it's not acceptable. Now, and when anyone doing it before marriage actually is committing a sin against God. And such a marriage or such a relationship is defiled already. And such a relationship has started on a wrong foundation. And no wonder a lot of people, even after marriage, they start looking elsewhere. They are not satisfied because they refuse to wait till the right moment, till the right time. And I'm going to use this illustration. Okay. Now, sex before marriage is like eating an unripe mango. When you eat an unripe mango, actually it's going to be sour. It's not going to be sweet. If you
Very
feel
true.
it's
Very true.
sweet, now because it's sour already, by the time you now go, by the time you are not getting married, you can't expect the sweetness anymore. So that is why it's good to wait. So you wait patiently till after marriage before you have sex.
Okay, so according to you and the Bible, sleeping with someone with whom you are in a relationship during courtship is sinful, is wrong.
Yes.
All right. Now, let's consider
Now, during courtship,
okay. I want us to consider a hypothetical, case or scenario. I want us to consider a hypothetical scenario or case. Okay, you are in a relationship, and most of the time, you hear a male voice from the background when you call your fiance's line, even at night, and when she is in her room, and she keeps telling you that, oh, the voice you have been hearing is that of my neighbor, my neighbor. Now, do you think she might be telling the truth?
now, if I get the question or correctly, okay, someone in a relationship and then always receiving a call. Okay,
She
let's
is
say
okay. You
after,
are in a relationship, okay, with a particular girl or sister, and anytime you call her line, you hear a male voice in the background, even at night, and when
in the
she
background.
is yes, and when she is in her room, and she keeps telling you that, oh, the voice you have been hearing is that of my neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor. Uh, do you think she might be telling the truth?
No, that's not true. That's not true. Because when you are hearing a voice underground and he or she claims that that's my neighbor or whatever, these days we know if you are on a phone call, if someone is beside you, where is you don't need another you there's no benefit of doubt about that. If someone is beside you and the person is talking, definitely it will reflect in the call you are making. So, and assuming it's 12 a.m., and then either the male or the female partner is saying, it's my neighbor. Then the question is, how did the neighbor get into your room or still in your house at this midnight? If it's a female voice, fine. Okay, maybe it's your friend. Or a male voice, okay, you can say, it's my friend. But if it is the opposite sex voice, then we know that's not true. But the fact remains, if the foundation of the relationship is built on truth and honesty, and both of them are actually child of God, everyone there will be honesty and there will be sincerity and there will be transparency
Okay, very quickly.
in
No,
their
no, no, no.
relationship.
Very, very quickly. If you find yourself in such situation, what would be your best option?
Now, well, I'm not in such situation, but if I find myself in such situation, that would have been in the past, not in this present anyway. Then I will have questioned. I will question such. I'm a man, and then she's a female. I will put a lot into question for her. If I have such relationship, I won't go ahead with it. I won't go ahead with it, and I
Okay,
mean
all
it.
right. Thank you so much.
For
Now,
me,
now, now. Thank you so much for that. Sincere answer. Thank you for your honesty and sincerity. Okay, now the next question I'm asking you is this: is it wrong for lovers to spend, too much time together? There's a saying that familiarity brings content. Now, if you and your lover, see each other 24-hour, you are bound to have clashes and differences. To avoid these, always, always give each other personal space and the right balance. Do you think that is the right prescription?
um, okay, if I get your question correctly, I can see it in two ways. Okay,
Hmm.
if they are yet to marry, they are just engaged in courtship. Well, I can see the possibility of them being together 24 hours, except they are in a house, maybe with another family, they are in the same house, but that they are together for the whole 24 hours, sitting beside each other. That can be realistic.
Okay,
That can be
let me
possible.
replace the 24
Now,
hours with 247. 247. Let me reduce replace it with
so
247. Okay.
possibly they can maybe for 1, 2, 3 hours, possibly. But for me, I will be sincere. Uh, the way we did that, if we are going to be together, we are not together alone. Okay,
Hmm.
is either a friend, a male and a female friend, they are with us. I'm with another friend, and she's also with another friend. at least there will always be third party in there. And if we need to talk, we have like people that are already married that will go to their house to visit them, and in the process, we get to talk. They are in their house, their children are around. It's just the Bible says we should flee from every appearance of evil. It's just to take caution and precaution. And sometimes when we feel okay, we need to talk, okay, we walk. Sometimes we walk beside each other on the road and then we are talking. But at least we are visible to people. Sometimes we look for a clear space, open space. People are passing and then we are talking. So during my own time, there's no time we are together 24 hours. But at most, so many times, maybe 1 hour or two. And then, yes, we have reasons traveling together. Maybe to go and greet people, to go and see people, to go and buy things, this and that. But we don't go alone. Either I'm with my friend or she's with her friend. At least there's someone, either two people or one person with us that always accompany us. So the idea of being in a relationship and two of you are together alone, maybe in a room, so to say, in a sitting room, so to say, and there is nobody there with you. Okay, we are not to give room for temptation. We are not to give chance for the devil, because we are all flesh and blood. So in order to avoid every form of temptation, you take precaution. That's the way I always put it. Then I always tell her, and then she will smile. I said, we need to take every necessary precaution.
Okay, now,
So,
Mr. Oluleye, what's your love language? What is your love language, and what advice do you have for those having unsuccessful relationships?
um, if I get the question right, that what is
Your love
my
language.
reason for
What is your love language? Love language.
language?
Yes, and what advice
Well,
do you have for those experiencing unsuccessful relationships?
and what advice do I have for those that are having unsuccess? Well, for me, the love language are so many. For me,
Okay,
for me.
at least.
Now, I'll just mention but a few.
Okay,
Now, there can be verbal. You have verbal love language, okay, like pet name that you can call your wife, and your wife also will call you. Well, some doesn't like it. They prefer to call each other names. Well, but for us, we have like a pet name. Okay, we call each other. Okay.
all right.
For me, I like to call her mine. That's Mine. It's
Okay,
mine.
okay,
And I don't call her names. And I will not call her like Ellen or Oluwakemi. It's mine. And
okay.
then for her, she like to call me Love. Okay.
Hmm.
That's for her. That's like pet name. But
Okay,
beyond that,
okay, very
there are
quickly.
times.
We are running out of time. We are running out of time. Very quickly, what advice do you have for those having unsuccessful relationships in 1 minute?
Okay. Now, my advice for those that are having unsuccessful relationship is this. Now, you need to go back to the foundation. What are the root cause? Why is my marriage or my relationship unsuccessful? They are not far-fetched if both couples, the husband and the wife, can sit together and look at it. Do we actually started this way? Do we started on the right track? Are there honesty when we started? Are there no deception in there? Are there truthfulness in there? Are there no secret in there? A lot of relationships are destroyed because of secrecy. It's just that we are not having time. When there's no secret, you will have a successful marriage.
Okay,
No secret at all.
okay, Mr. Oluleye, I'm afraid this is where we have to take a wrap on the show. I must say thank you for being on Interview with Stephen Ahwen. And to the viewers, I must say thank you, or many thanks indeed, for the privilege of your company. In case you have not subscribed to my channel, I advise or encourage you to do so. From me and Oluleye, we say bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you for the privilege and the honor.